in the whites for Carolina, the reds for State. And away we go. And it is Aziaha James with the first touch.
NC State's got to move the ball. They have really good balanced scoring, and when they establish River Baldwin inside, it helps set up their perimeter game.
Rivers, good help defense from Gakdang, under 10 on the shot clock. James gives it a check, off the bounce, into the lane, goes to the left hand.
You get 3 sides, you're going to get a good look by moving the ball.
Deja Kelly will bring it up for Carolina as we check out their starting 5. Donarski is their shooter. Poole and Gakdang up front.
Yeah, Donarski's the one that you have to go over screening action. Everyone else you go under, especially Deja Kelly. She can turn a corner, and she's the best at getting to the free throw line in the country.
There is an open look for Donarski. Courtney Banghart stressed with us today when we talked to her, got to get good shot selection, and we got to get to the free throw line tonight against an NC State team, Debbie, that is one of the best in the country in not fouling. And there is their starting 5 with some good size at 6'5" River Baldwin.
Well, here's 3 things that you've got to keep an eye on if you're watching this game. Can NC State keep Deja Kelly in front, not let her turn a corner? Can they limit Donarski in transition and shooting the 3? And thirdly, can you keep Ustby off the offensive glass? If you can do those 3 things, you have a chance to win on the road.
Kelly's first look off the mark, rebounded by Mimi Collins. And here comes Rivers. Good balance for NC State, all 5 average in double digits. And the corner J is good for Mimi Collins, give her 3. One of the handful of 1,000-point scorers on the floor tonight for both sides, including Kelly and Donarski.
Now, River Baldwin is going to play that ball screen coverage in drop coverage, which means Deja Kelly's going to have that mid-range elbow jumper.
Good start for Mimi, knocking down her second.
What's up with Mimi Collins knocking down a couple of triples to start the game?
43% on the season.
She has really worked to improve her 3-point shooting. Wes Moore tinkered with her mechanics in the offseason, and it allowed her to be better. And that's a good way to guard Donarski, though. Don't let her get a 3. Make her make a play off the bounce. She's capable.
Expect to see a lot of Lexi, both she and Deja Kelly averaging over 35 minutes per game. And a reach-in foul on Deja. If you followed North Carolina, you know they've been plagued by injuries throughout the season. It looks like tonight they will be down 5 guards, 3 of which are done for the year. And we did not see Paulina Paris or Renaya Kelly warming up pregame either.
That's why Deja Kelly can't get in foul trouble.
Good help in the block from Gakdang. And the recovery. And then Kelly is bumped by James in a foul. And immediately some chatter between Deja and Aziaha.
There's going to be some chatter tonight. There's no question. Look at the recovery by Gakdang. How about a little pump fake there? Because you know the shot blocker is lurking. Gakdang has incredible length on that back row for North Carolina.
She had a double-double against State in the first meeting. 10 points, 11 rebounds.
River Baldwin has the size and the muscle. Gakdang has the quickness and the length. It's an interesting matchup to keep your eye on.
Kelly weaves in between a couple of defenders for her first.
Courtney Banghart went to this a lot against Wake Forest, and she's going to go to it against NC State with River Baldwin on the floor. You're going to put her in the naked side, 2-man game. River Baldwin's going to be in drop coverage. That's a mid-range jump shot for Deja Kelly.
James, third 3 already for NC State. 5 early for Aziaha, who has been much better at home than she has been on the road. So that's a terrific sign for her early as Baldwin rebounds the miss.
You got to really get up and press up on Deja Kelly because she is going to put the ball on the floor and she snakes behind that screen action.
Pocket pass to Baldwin, who walks with it.
This is what I'm talking about with Deja Kelly, Beth. Watch this right here. Here comes the screen. River Baldwin's in drop coverage. Okay, she's calling for it. Now she just goes right between Baldwin and Sanaya Rivers and pulls up in the mid-range. That is her game. You have to limit her. She's too good at that.
24 in white is India Navar down the bottom of your screen, who's just checked in. The transfer from Stanford.
The other thing you got to do, because of the depth issue in the backcourt of North Carolina for NC State, is you got to move the ball and you got to attack, right? Keep them playing defense for longer stretches in the shot clock.
Sanaya Rivers, boy, everything on the perimeter early and everything's going down.
That is 4 triples to start the game for the Wolfpack.
They only average 6 a game.
Well, and Sanaya Rivers is not a great three-point shooter, and she's made one, so they're hot early.
They don't mind pushing some tempo. They know about the injury situation, and they are hoping they can take advantage of some fourth quarter fatigue later tonight. There you see Wes Moore with over 800 wins in his 35th year as a head coach.
Only Gino, Tara, Mulkey, and Lisa Bluter have more active coaches than Wes.
Kelly, 1 of 5 early on shooting for her in the first 5 minutes. Again, they get Baldwin into a screen, and Donarski lost the handle.
Anybody but Deja Kelly in ball screen coverage. If you're NC State, once she gives it up, don't let her get it back.
There's Courtney Bangert, National Coach of the Year from her days at Princeton. 3 consecutive trips to the NCAA tournament here at North Carolina. And, Courtney and the Tar Heels right now, a projected 7 seed, but Charlie Brackett says an upset win tonight would move them up a line into a 6 seed in the NCAA tournament. The latest bracketology.
Zelaya on the floor, number 0. All she does is shoot 3. She's a pick and pop.
Jumper's good from Navar. Rivers, mid-range, got it.
Good screen by Baldwin. Same situation for North Carolina, drop coverage.
66% shooting in the early going here for State. And there's our first whistle. 4:05 to go in the first quarter. Wolfpack and Tar Heels. When your women's college basketball is presented by Ally. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally. While these two are not allies, they are always in good company together. The 119th meeting since 1974, State holds the advantage. Debbie, do you remember what you were against Carolina in your career? Back in the mid-'80s?
One more than we lost. I don't know if you want to give me the exact number. I'd have to look it up.
As long as you got bragging rights. 66% shooting early on for NC State. 3 triples and the lead. Up at the top, that one won't fall for Zelaya. And Rivers the other way. Rivers, James, and Collins with all the scoring. They've got 5 each. Zoe Brooks has now checked in, number 35 in red.
Sometimes NC State is very slow developing in their play calling.
There's a tough shot rattled in and out by Madison Hayes.
Just dribble on top of the floor too much and don't engage below the free throw line. I think that's when they get stagnant, especially coming off a timeout.
Ustby looking to get aggressive to the rim. Off the mark on the shot. And kept alive by Carolina. Did not touch rim, so 5 on the shot clock. Kelly looking for a screen to use. And just off in time and rattled in by Alexandra Zelaya.
I mean, they're going to review it, but that's what Zelaya does. She's got 6 triples on the season and 1 2-point basket. 78% of what she shoots is outside the arc. She is a pick and pop.
James gets into the paint. And a finger to the mouth to quiet the crowd. She's got 7.
I don't know why she would want to do that. It's like 40% NC State in here.
Active hands. Here's Donarski. Zelaya, why not? She just knocked out one. Give her another.
That's her game, baby, right there. 2 triples back to back. You got to know personnel. KYP. Know your personnel.
7 of her 8 baskets on the season are threes. Hayes swatted by Ustby.
Zelaya, late clock. Deja Kelly calling for the screen. There's the pop, wide open.
Yeah, it looked like she got it off in time.
And then, why not? I'd keep going right to her.
Rivers with a short shot clock. Looking to create, gives it up. James, good. 10 in the quarter.
Now she puts her hand to her ear to hear the crowd. And you know what? While you're back celebrating, North Carolina's bringing the ball out of the net and sprinting right down the floor.
Ran it right up their backside and up and in for Navarre. Good bench play here in the quarter for Carolina. Brooks off the mark.
Late clock. Sanaya with a little shovel pass to the shooting pocket. You know, Georgia Amore throws that little shovel pass a lot on the perimeter. Point guard for Virginia Tech.
That is North Carolina's next foe. Nice pick and roll. Ustby from Kelly, her first basket.
Really good execution. Naked side, pick and roll, 2-man game. Clear everyone out on the weak side.
Final minute of the quarter. Carolina with the momentum right now. Brooks off the bounce.
NC State not sending anybody to the glass, so if you're not sending anyone to the glass, you better match up quickly in transition, which they do. NC State can get the ball back.
Both teams better than 50% shooting to start out tonight. Donarski, weak side, corner 3, and it's the first lead of the night for Carolina.
A beautiful drift pass off the penetration. NC State better tighten up their defense.
Final seconds of the quarter, Rivers keeps. Ustby with the launch. Good rally from Carolina. Coming back for North Carolina to end the first, gets them their first lead of the game. Their bench matching their starters, 11 points each. And Zelaya, who had 2 triples in that first quarter, off on her first try here in the second. Aziaha James leading the way for NC State with 10, Debbie. Both sides were better than 50% shooting.
You know, I like that. Both shooting better than 50 from the 3 as well. Good offense in this game. It usually beats good defense, by the way.
NC State starting the night 3rd in the ACC, a game and a half behind Virginia Tech with 3 more to play after tonight. North Carolina stands in 6th place. They still have Virginia Tech and Duke to come, along with Boston College.
Well, North Carolina could really use a quality win on their resume. This would be a big one for them. This would be their best win.
They are 2-6 against the net top 25. Baldwin with a touch in the paint, around and out. James able to tip it to herself. She'll go right back up with it. Another offensive rebound. Collins, and a 3rd opportunity, and our first free throws of the night for either side.
Really good activity on the glass by NC State. Aziaha James crashing from the weak side, keeps that possession alive.
First foul on Ustby. Check out our Sunday ACC Network Women's Triple Header. It starts at noon Eastern, Irish and Boston College, then North Carolina at Virginia Tech, and the nightcap NC State at Duke. So a big rivalry weekend here for North Carolina State. And of course that Virginia Tech Carolina game, College Game Day will be there to start out the coverage. Donarski looking for three. Weak side for Madison Hayes. Right now Virginia Tech listed as a 3 seed according to Charlie Brown. It's another offensive rebound there, getting all over the glass, but not able to convert.
So River Baldwin has had a couple of good opportunities, and there's that transition triple. When Donarski hits it, Beth, sometimes it feels like it's more than 3 points because of the emotional lift that it gives the team.
Good recognition from Deja Kelly, who's already got 4 assists, and Donarski is now into double digits. Rivers tries to match it. The push with Navarre. Off the bounce.
Good box out by Mimi Collins. It's really challenging to keep Ustby off the glass.
She's the 4th best rebounder in the league at just 6'1". James gets into the lane. Long rebound, Ustby. Tracked by Rivers. And Alyssa gets the finish.
River Baldwin started the break for North Carolina. She tapped it out, and Ustby was there and sprints with the ball to the other end.
Stretching the advantage to 5. Hayes, clear path to the rim.
Good set by Wes Moore's team. Hayes comes off those 2 screens on the elbows and turns the corner. Yeah, River Baldwin's going to have to come out on Zelaya.
Ustby clears some space and hits.
You know what? I love that move by Ustby because she didn't lower her shoulder, she didn't push off. She used her body and her footwork to create some separation.
Baldwin.
Baldwin's got to go up stronger.
All right, collision in the lane, and it will stay at this end.
Watch Madison Hayes work off the screening action, right? Here comes the 2 screens. There's one, there's a second. Donarski's lock and trail behind, no help when she turns the corner. Can't help off the strong side corner. There's a 3-point shooter over there. It's a well-designed play.
Oh, they're trying to get a sub into the game, North Carolina State, and she doesn't have her uniform on.
Cox doesn't have her jersey on. Wes is down there telling her it's okay.
They're scrambling now to run to get her jersey as her teammates try and support her. James rattles one in. 13 now for Aziaha.
So we've seen Aziaha James shush the crowd, put her hand to her ear. Now she's blowing kisses. She's got it all working tonight.
Having some fun with the crowd, and so is Zelaya. A 3rd triple for her off the bench. She's only scored 21 points all season. And she's flirting with double digits here in the first half. Oh, Donarski smelled another trail 3. And weak side, and a foul is going to go against Ustby. And that's her 2nd.
That's Aziaha James drawing a foul off the ball. James she's got her game clicking tonight. On the offensive end and on the defensive end.
We got a technical foul.
Wow.
Is that on the Carolina bench?
Yes, it
From
is.
across the court. Ed Sidlasky, Katie Lukanich, and Brandon Enterline are officials tonight.
That's an administrative technical on the, well, it's a player, it's a technical foul, sorry, it's the wrong term. Any shooter can shoot the free throws for Westmore. He selects River Baldwin. Then we'll go back to the point of interruption.
I did not notice anything from our vantage point.
Well, she was yelling something from over there, and Ed Sidlasky probably had already given her a warning. You know, a professional courtesy. Now she's over there discussing it with him. Look, the refs don't like to call technicals because it requires paperwork after the game. Honestly. So, if you're going to get one, it better be worth it.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see if that changes the course of the evening for either side. So she makes both tacks, but they miss a layup. And a chance to get within one. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Left or right, Deja Kelly is equally dangerous, but what you see Rivers trying to do is push her into the screen's help.
Gokdang faces up, then spins to the left. Her first bucket. Five assists in the half for Deja Kelly. River Baldwin turns to the right.
Good footwork to spin away from the help.
Gokdang fouled underneath. That'll be the second on Baldwin. 4:07 to play here in the second quarter and a 3-point North Carolina lead.
You ever feel like the only place you can find?
And James getting tangled. It was called an offensive foul, and Courtney Bangard thought it should have been called a flop, which upon replay, it looks like she has a reason to argue. You see her up at the top of the screen. She's signaling that was a flop, and that's apparently, Debbie, why she got teed up.
Yeah, Ed Sidlasky did not like it. And she was pointing at her eyes, pointing down the other end. I don't think she looked up at the scoreboard. If she had looked up at the scoreboard, that is definitely a technical foul, like looking at the replay.
Yeah, but she was mad about the call down here, which I think Ustby does have a good argument on that one.
She was adamant about it being a flop.
Yeah.
And you know what? I haven't seen the officials call a flop really one time.
That was
one time
that was
I've
a new
seen it
rule
all
this year, and it really hasn't been an issue. Apparently, everybody got the memo preseason. Gokdang at the line.
North Carolina is not a good free throw shooting team. You have to be ready to box out on the free throw line.
They were 11 for 25 against Wake Forest. Still ended up winning the game, as they've won 2 in a row after a 4-game skid. And now they are lined up for a big finish. Tough schedule down the stretch in these last couple of weeks. Gokdang. Of course, you can also look at it as opportunity for the Tar Heels.
Gokdang is a rim runner and a lob catcher and a drop out and put back player. If you get her deep catches, she's going to score.
Well, after the hot start for NC State, they are just 3 of 14, 3 of 15 now in this second quarter. They have gone cold. And meanwhile, North Carolina is beating them up and down the floor for their biggest lead of the night.
I mean, Beth, there's Gokdang running to the rim twice.
Rivers, good contest by Ustby.
You can't just dribble into a shot. You got to move the defense.
Kelly will pull up, way short.
The one thing about Deja Kelly is she has the green light, and she's going to take a lot of shots.
And there is Maddie Cox. They were able to find her jersey back in the locker room, and now she checks into the game. The freshman from Texas has recomposed herself and ready to go. But this Carolina defense has been stingy here in the second quarter, and another miss. That leads to a run out. Ustby draws the foul on Cox, and a trip to the free throw line for just the second set of freebies tonight.
NC State gets stagnant on the offensive end. Like the first possession of the game, they go 3 sides, they score. And then you can see right now they're playing in the middle third, and they're letting North Carolina load up their defense.
Here's our next gymnastics meet coming your way right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. Sunday afternoon, NC State heads up to Fitzgerald Fieldhouse to take on Pitt. Coverage begins at 4 Eastern. We'll take a 30-second break here along with the teams. 2:33 to go in the half. Well, the story here in the first half is the shooting. NC State and Carolina 50% or better in the first quarter. North Carolina has held that line and even better. Meanwhile, State's field goal percentage plummeting to 17% this quarter.
See,
and now a line violation.
Yeah, and you know what? NC State knows that North Carolina's not a good free throw shooting team, and they got to squeeze and pinch.
James comes out with it. Let's see what the shot selection is like. A runner, no. Offensive rebound, Collins, and a foul.
This will be the second trip to the free throw line for Mimi Collins on her offensive rebounding. NC State has 5 offensive rebounds. They've missed 23 shots. Their percentage is usually better than that. But when you take shots that don't appear to be in rhythm, it's hard to get to the glass. Plus, North Carolina is very good in their transition game.
That was the second foul on Deja Kelly, who will stay on the floor and bring it up here for North Carolina. Gakdang looking for position down low.
And you got to make her make a post move, and Mimi Collins has got to push her up the lane.
Final 2 minutes of the first half. Collins for 3.
See, I think you can get that shot at any time in the shot clock.
Navarre's pass deflected out of bounds.
3 freshmen on the floor for Westmore. I don't usually think we see that very often. Madison Hayes, Aziaha James getting a break.
He's looking for somebody, anybody to knock down a shot or two. On the drive, a foul into the line for Navarre. It's the first on Zoe Brooks.
I think NC State looks disjointed. Their body language looks like it's sagging. I don't see any emotion or any rhythm out of anything that they're doing right now. So they have control over that.
Navarre's a 52% free throw shooter. Hits on the first.
Watch Mimi Collins boxing out Gakdang. So you got to pinch her. And they get the rebound.
Navarre took it away from Hayes. And Carolina just outworking State right now.
You know they're not going to make all their free throws. You have to be ready to box out on the line.
Hayes turns it over on the spin and then reaches in.
Watch India Navarre. See, no one boxes out the shooter, and she just battles Madison Hayes and rips it away.
Well, that was 2 State players boxing out Gakdang and nobody on Navarre.
Yeah, you got to pinch because they they rebound so well on their missed free throws. It's a weapon for them. They miss free throws and then they offensive rebound it. They've had 4 different games where at the end of games they've missed free throws and offensive rebounded and did not let the opponent have a chance to get a bucket.
Well, Deja Kelly wants a jump ball. She's not going to get it. And instead, it's foul number 3. Kelly only 2 points, but 6 assists and 5 rebounds. She has been helping everybody else get theirs here in the first half. And now she's going to have to sit down. And Sydney Barker, the freshman from Durham, will come on. Again, they are short 5 guards due to injury. 3 of those season-ending injuries.
This is a storybook opportunity for the freshman, Sydney Barker.
There you see the games missed this season. Paris and Kelly, they're hoping they can get back. They had already lost a couple of their freshmen, Layla Hull and Sierra Toomey, earlier this year.
Yep, I would press Barker hard.
Yep.
Make her handle, make her make decisions.
Donarski, final minute, finds some space, in and out.
There she got a great look.
Yeah, Barker's played a total of 22 minutes this season. Getting some time here.
Wes Moore has decided he doesn't want his team defending beyond the arc.
Navarre gives it up. Zelaya gonna have to jack. Donarski. Time for NC State to get a shot up. Rivers with the push. Blocked by Gakdang. What an effort by the Carolina defense. They hold NC State to 3 for 20.
Offensive rebounds in the first half to Ustby. And Donarski hit only 1 transition 3, but it's Zelaya and Donarski that have done their jobs and done it well. Now NC State's got a few things to correct. Let's see how they start here the second half, if they get some better ball movement.
Rivers fades, no good. They were 3 for 21 shooting in the second quarter. Ustby rejected. Blocked by Rivers.
NC State's got to get something easy. North Carolina has tilted the floor in transition, and they got some easy buckets. NC State's got to pick up their energy on this end of the floor and get in a better rhythm.
Rivers works inside and gets the bucket. Deja Kelly with the ball for Carolina will start this third quarter with 3 personal fouls.
Now, Beth, you play the percentages, right? Deja Kelly is going to get to the free throw line, and Ustby is going to get some offensive rebounds. You're going to have to make sure you limit those opportunities.
And there's Ustby.
One right there.
Getting them another possession. Steps back to the right and uses the window. She's got 9.
That's why she's such a good, what I call, right side of the box score player. She hustles, she makes winning plays, and a lot of the stuff she does isn't even on the stat sheet.
Right of the box score is where you have some of those assists and steals and blocks. Donarski, no. Ustby able to track it down and keep it in play.
There's her second offensive rebound on a hustle play.
Hayes with the tip. James looking to score, uncontested.
Well, Kelly with those 3 fouls isn't going to go near that, so you need to put her in some actions defensively and make her guard.
15 now on the night for Aziaha to lead all scorers. And what could be a massive 20 minutes tonight for NC State as Navarre hits the 3. When you look at the latest bracketology, they are fighting with Iowa right now for the last #1 seed, and Iowa is losing to Indiana tonight. Charlie Brackett says a state win tonight would give them the #1 seed line. But both of those teams trailing, both NC State and Iowa. Ustby faces, gets a clean look into double digits now with 11.
NC State's ball pressure is lacking, and North Carolina's getting whatever they want.
Baldwin to the left hand, a little hard off the iron. North Carolina looking to stretch its biggest lead of the night. Kelly's pass deflected out.
Aziaha Kelly wisely playing with those 3 fouls so far has avoided a charge or getting involved in anything defensively on the other end.
She's been assisting, she's been rebounding, doing some of the other things. Will she look for her shot a little more in the second half? Ustby, another weak side touch to get them a possession. She's influenced 3 trips down the floor already.
She is relentless. I mean, she's going to pursue the basketball.
Here she is.
That's not her shot necessarily. I mean, she's more of a back-to-the-basket slasher, offensive rebounder. Really good cutter in their offense. Look how everyone stands for NC State.
James gets a screen, steps back. Hayes ends up with it and puts it up and in.
That's River Baldwin keeping it alive.
Tap bang. Working inside, swatted by Hayes. So a couple of blocks here early on in the quarter for State. James cuts into the lane.
And she goes 1-on-3. There were 3 white jerseys back.
It's another close range shot missed. Donarski back to Ustby. She'll step inside the line.
NC State will give her that.
She's only made 1 triple all year. That was last game against Wake.
It was a late shot clock, corner 3. Mismatch, throw it in there to Mimi. She's got Deja on her.
Rivers gets an open look and a 3-ball.
And look at Madison Hayes. She's trying to bring the energy. You can see she's trying to lift her teammates. NC State showing zone.
Kelly recognizes and now trying to run something else. Donarski, their zone buster. Rivers gets out on her. Shot clock winding down. Navarre.
Got to push. North Carolina doing a really good job of getting back. Deja Kelly still on that Mimi Collins matchup. Throw it into the block and let Mimi Collins go to work. Look, she recognizes it. She's pointing where to make the pass.
Baldwin, no. Collins with the rebound as Kelly had to step away. 11 now for Mimi. And she reminds her teammates, give me the darn ball as she heads down to the other end of the floor.
Absolutely.
7-0 State run.
Staying in that zone. Oh, you got to know where Donarski is. You got to absolutely find her. How can you lose her?
Her 3rd triple, she's got 13.
Right here, put her in a ball screen action. Yeah, Kelly doesn't want to foul. Absolutely drive her every time.
James on the attack, she's got 17.
Well, that's exactly the way I would love playing as a player. Don't have to worry about playing any defense.
Donarski feeling it.
Just be ready on the offensive end.
Ustby, after it looked like Baldwin tipped it to her. Timeout North Carolina, and they had to call it because I don't know if we had a whistle the entire quarter. 3:21 to go.
Donarski, you gotta find her. First, it's Rivers knocking down a triple, late clock. Then it's Donarski.
Our coverage will begin, 2 weeks from today. There's a look at your updated standings. Syracuse losing tonight. So temporarily, NC State slides into the 2 spot. And it's Virginia Tech, NC State, Syracuse, and Louisville right now holding on to the top 4 seeds and potential double byes for the ACC tournament.
I think you have to get the double bye to have a chance to win the title. I just don't see it because the league's so good. If you got to play an extra day, it's going to be too tough.
Virginia Tech, your defending champions, dethroning NC State after the Wolfpack had won 3 tournaments in a row. Rivers, who just made a triple at the other end, gets the rebound and a chance for a tie with another 3. They've been down by as many as 10. Collins into traffic and a held ball, and possession arrow to Carolina. She had nowhere to go. We'll take the timeout with the team's 1 possession game. Wolfpack and Tar Heels from Carmichael.
And the Cavaliers in the hunt for a conference championship. Experience number 10 North Carolina, Virginia, Saturday at 4 on ESPN.
Championship week looming. 1 possession game, 2.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Look at the difference. All of State's points from their starters, good bench production to help out for North Carolina.
And when you don't have the same quality depth that you're used to, Courtney Banghart has done a really good job managing her depth. And Lexi Donarski shakes free again for another triple.
Right out of the timeout. They'll give her a 2 there, so she's got 15. Skip pass, James. 3-pointer won't go. Rebounded by Tiani Key, coming in off the bench. Zelaya from Kelly, and another assist for Deja. And what a night for Alexandra Zelaya with 12 points.
Carolina staying in the zone. They played 2 possessions of zone the first matchup, according to Synergy.
Hayes. They're settling for jumpers here.
So pick up Zelaya at the top of the key so she doesn't shake free for a 3. NC State looks like they're not sure what defense they're in. They're not matched up. Now they're in man.
Zelaya. Collins tries to get out on her, and Baldwin got a hand in a passing lane and a reach-in foul on Key.
Watch Zelaya, wide open, top of the key. Money.
6 baskets this season before tonight, and now she's got 4 and a new career high.
Carolina back in that zone, and this is where Ustby on the top of the zone is really dangerous. She can get tips, deflections, but she's also a great rebounder from that spot.
Final minute of the 3rd quarter. Shot clock winding down. Rivers will have to create. Gets the cross, gets into the lane, blocked by Key. 1 second left. Nope, they're gonna reverse the call here and send it the other way. Carroll with the ball. Good adjustment by the officials.
This doesn't look like the NC State team to me that beat UConn. You know, they're gonna have to pick up their level because North Carolina has brought it. They play better at home, and they've played well tonight.
About a 12-second difference shot in game clock. I'm gonna put one up. Zelaya, and a blocking foul with 2.9 on the shot clock against against James.
This is going to be one that NC State isn't going to like. Late shot clock. NC State switching on the top.
Not a shooting foul. So 14.2 to work with.
I don't think Westmore's going to like that one.
Kelly. State making her go left. She gives it up, gets it back, gets the shot up, and banks it in! It will count to beat the buzzer, but Kelly's foot was inside the line, so instead of a 3, it's a 2, and it is a 10-point UNC lead with 10 minutes to go.
North Carolina averages 5 made threes. They've got 9.
Their season high is 11.
NC State going to pick up some pressure here, Bell. Sorry.
Courtesy of Alexandra Zelaya there with 4 of those threes and a career high 12 points. And here is that pressure.
You need to change the rhythm of the game because the body language and everything for NC State needs a serious upgrade. And sometimes when you pick up your defensive effort, you can get in better rhythm on the offensive end. Westmore's got to try something here to jumpstart his team.
What's at stake for NC State? Well, Charlie Cream thinks they will get a #1 seed, courtesy of Iowa getting blown out tonight by Indiana. They're in the second half of their game as well. And for North Carolina, they can move up a line with an upset to a 6 seed in the NCAA tournament and inch a little closer to a double bye in the ACC tournament. Of course, there's always bragging rights. A win here for Carolina, and it evens the season series.
Well, NC State trying to speed up the game, Beth. They go with full court pressure, and then they push in transition. Nice leave by James. Hayes to the free throw line. Madison Hayes has had a heck of a week for NC State. USBWA National Player of the Week. And I think Leanne Myers.
Hey, next Wednesday on ACC Network, it's the premiere of Coach K and Roy Williams. Rivals Reunited, a 1-hour special featuring Mike Krzyzewski and Roy Williams. That's coming up after the Duke-Louisville game on Wednesday night.
How about Deja Keller playing all these minutes without picking up that 4th foul? And there's a deflection in for State. There's a steal.
Rivers, James, the kick out, Collins in the trail, back to Rivers, open look. In and out. Let's see if Kelly's more aggressive too here in the 4th quarter. May not have to be as timid as James continues to try and rile her up.
I don't think anybody can upset Deja Keller. I think she plays with a solid demeanor. Doesn't get too high, too low. Very businesslike out there.
She has adjusted her game tonight. Usually she's living at the free throw line. That hasn't happened. So she's doing the other things to get her team in a position to score. And Lexi Donarski's picking up the offensive slack. 4th triple for 18 points.
Well, one of the things Courtney Banghart did is challenge her team to find somebody to make other players better. Like, can you create a shot for someone? Look at India Navarro with a hustle.
Kelly. Back around.
North Carolina able to give Ustby a rest on the bench.
Slow developing here for North Carolina. Kelly will try and create and draws a foul on James, and that is her 3rd.
For the nation's best at getting to the free throw line. This will be Deja Kelly's 1st trip to the stripe.
Look at that, nobody more attempts than her. 1 up on Angel Reese at LSU. 70% on the season.
She shot it better at the line lately.
This is one thing that Courtney Banghart was talking about today with us. Managing fatigue and being ready to finish strong with their limited bench. Brooks floats and hits.
Through the gap in the zone. That ACC logo area is the area that's open. In the quarter court, NC State has stayed below the free throw line in defending.
Donarski wide open three. 21 for Lexi in her 5th triple, and that one uncontested. And Carolina threatening to pull away. Timeout State. And they are on their feet in Chapel Hill.
All of her threes have been uncontested. She's their best three-point shooter by makes and percentage. It's a simple action on the top of the floor, and Donarski gets organized and knocks it down.
When you have a history of greatness, the real challenge.
ACC Women's College Basketball is presented by Ally. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally. Carmichael Arena in Chapel Hill, this terrific rivalry that dates back to 1974. And with 7:22 to go, Carolina is threatening to run them out of the building. 21 points, a big second half for Lexi Donarski. And NC State better find a spark, Debbie, and they better find it quick.
They got to speed up the game, and they got to be able to get some stops. They can't trade baskets with North Carolina.
Aziaha James, been quiet since that big first quarter, and one, and some emotion for Madison Hayes.
She's been the only one, really. I mean, she has shown some incredible leadership for NC State. You know, we were talking in the break. I mean, North Carolina is just going about business. They're doing what they do methodically, making shots. You can't pinpoint Zelaya being an X factor, because I don't like to say X factor. I really think if you play your role, you're playing your role. She's just getting minutes that she wouldn't typically get. She's made plays.
Opportunities abound for NC State, and they get a third chance bucket. Lead is 10 for the Tar Heels.
This is where Deja Kelly is a ball-dominant guard and has good control and management of tempo, time, and score.
5 on the shot clock. Kelly.
She's not even looking to score.
They lost track of time and a shot clock violation.
I really do believe Deja Kelly has had a pass-first mentality tonight. Maybe that's something that Courtney Banghart was asking her to do, get others involved, and she's done that. North Carolina staying in that zone.
Trying to create off the bounce. Collins will take the corner three, weak side. James crashes and puts it up and in. Back-to-back buckets for her.
The other thing, North Carolina has not turned the ball over. They have 6 turnovers in the game.
And there's a reach-in foul before the shot on Brooks.
NC State's got it to 8. Deja Kelly has played with those 3 fouls that she picked up in the first half. She's played every minute here of the second.
James is the one that has to be careful with 4 personal fouls and now 2 quick fouls for Brooks.
You have to play her as a driver.
It's the 3rd on Zoe. So Deja back to the line. Oh, they're continuing to struggle. 4 for 9. Hey, after the game tonight, it's Nothing But Net crew. They'll break down the night for you in the ACC. Duke, a big road win over Syracuse tonight. Louisville and Florida State both picking up nice wins to keep pace with the leaders in the league. And congratulations to Wake Forest.
How about that?
Got the first dub. Carolina's led by as many as 14.
Got to get the ball below the free throw line against this 3-2.
Brooks turns it over. Numbers for North Carolina if they attack. Got it. Points off the turnovers, and it leads to the run out. James hits for 3. 24 now for Aziaha. Trying to put to rest that stat that she's so much better at home than on the road, putting up some big numbers tonight.
Much more sense of urgency here by NC State on the defensive end.
Under 5 to go. Dang.
Big bucket.
In the paint, she's into double figures.
Deep catch over the left shoulder.
How about 5 Tar Heels in double digits, and none of them is named Deja Kelly? That's the kind of night it's been for North Carolina. Everybody putting up some points, and she's been content to assist and rebound tonight. That foul's going to be on Alyssa Ustby. That's her 3rd. Brooks is a 72% free throw shooter. Shooting into the student section. And the crowd will get their cookies tonight.
Look at Ustby handling up the floor to relieve pressure.
Content to work some clock.
This is a play for Ustby.
Dang's got it. Another bucket in the lane. She is 6 for 8 tonight. And it's back up to 12 for North Carolina, under 4 to go.
You gotta go.
Rivers, no. Collins, blocked.
Madison Hayes trying to sit on top of Gakdang. NC State communicates the switch back. And Deja Kelly just dribbling time off the clock.
Ustby has got another double-double tonight. NC State. Brooks. James. Short. And that'll stay at this end of the floor.
Can't review it. Got to be inside 2 minutes.
Brooks, right back to the inbounder. NC State has gone cold here late. Final 3 minutes.
You got to pick up.
For what would be the biggest win of the season for North Carolina, huge for their resume. Charlie Cream says they'll move up a line and be a 6th seed and possibly play their way onto that host bubble here in the next week and a half. Got to be a top 4 seed to host NCAA first and second round action.
Ustby guarding on the top of the floor, doing a really good job. NC State just can't get the ball below the free throw line or to the logo area.
Had not been any action at the logo against the zone. And now we're 2 minutes away.
I mean, you got to press up.
Donarski. Rebounds to NC State. Sub coming on is Lacey Steele. Brooks will check out. Courtney Banger talked to us today. They've played so many close games, including a couple of overtime losses recently. Said we gotta have enough gas in the tank. We gotta make the plays late, and they have done that tonight here in this fourth quarter.
Well, fortunately for them, they didn't need to make any late plays because they have dominated the second half. NC State just conceding. They haven't
content to let this clock go. Be the 10th win in conference play for the Tar Heels as Donarski puts the capper on it. 23 now for Lexi.
This is a good old-fashioned butt whipping is what it is.
Ties her season high. Hayes and 1.
This is sometimes what happens in a rivalry. North Carolina definitely ready to play. And Deja Kelly giving up a little bit of herself for others to get the win. Quite frankly, I think if you asked her, I think she would rather have it be that way, to be honest.
Well, they're going to pick up a big W against their arch rivals if they can close out these final 50 seconds.
What a win. This will be the biggest win on North Carolina's resume. Oh, and India Navarre is coming up limping here right at the end. Transfer from Stanford has played a great game tonight.
It has been a total team effort. Buoyed by their bench tonight. 23 points off that bench. And Donarski's sharpshooting for that starting 5. And they're on their feet in Chapel Hill. They will even the season series with NC State and head up to Virginia Tech for a huge showdown on Sunday. College game day will be there. And you can see that game on ACC Network. 5 in double digits tonight for North Carolina.
Big win for the Heels.
And they will hold court at home and knock off No.6 NC State. 80-70, your final score.